Ever found yourself pondering on how to save your first $10,000? It's a question that has crossed many minds, and for good reason. In this day and age, having a healthy nest egg is not just a luxury, but a necessity. It's not about hoarding wealth, but about creating a safety net, a buffer against life's unexpected twists and turns. It's about securing your future and opening doors to new possibilities. Now, you might be thinking, surely I need to be making a six-figure salary to save up that kind of money. But let's debunk that myth right here, right now. Saving substantial amounts doesn't necessarily mean you need to be raking in substantial income. It's not about how much you earn, but how much you keep. While a high income can certainly make saving easier, it's not the only factor at play. The real key to accumulating wealth is in the habits you cultivate, the decisions you make. It's about financial discipline, budgeting, cutting expenses, and making your money work for you. Think about it this way. What if you could save just a tiny fraction of your income every month? Sounds easy enough, right? And yet over time, that tiny fraction could grow into a substantial sum. That's the power of consistency and the magic of compound interest. So why $10,000? Well, it's a significant sum that can make a real difference in your life. It's enough to cover several months' worth of expenses, invest in a business venture, or even take a well-deserved vacation. Having $10,000 saved gives you options, freedom, and peace of mind. But most importantly, it's an achievable goal. It's a milestone that can boost your confidence and motivate you to aim even higher. And once you've saved your first $10,000, who's to say you can't save your next 20 or 50 or 100,000? So are you ready to start your journey towards the big 10K? Buckle up because we're about to dive in. First things first, you're going to need a solid plan. And no, we're not talking about a plan to become the next big lottery winner or inventing the next viral dance move. We're talking about a practical, achievable savings plan. Why? Because just like a good road trip, your journey towards saving $10,000 needs a map. So let's create one. Start with a timeline. Do you want to save this amount in a year? Or would 2 years be more feasible for you? Remember, this isn't a race, it's about setting realistic and achievable goals. Don't set yourself up for failure by aiming to save too much too quickly. Next, determine how much to save from each paycheck. This will depend on your income and expenses. A good rule of thumb is to save at least 20% of your income. But if you can save more, by all means do it. Every dollar saved is a step closer to your goal. Now, it's time to identify areas to cut back. This might mean foregoing that daily latte or opting for a night in instead of a night out. Consider using public transportation instead of Uber, or cooking at home instead of dining out. Little changes can make a big difference in the long run. Your savings plan should also include a contingency for unexpected expenses. Life is unpredictable, and having a small buffer can prevent you from dipping into your savings in case of emergencies. And finally, remember to review and adjust your plan regularly. Your income or expenses might change, and your plan should reflect those changes. Remember, a good plan is the first step towards a successful saving journey. It's like your roadmap to financial success. It won't always be easy, and there will be bumps along the way, but with a solid plan in place, you'll be well on your way to saving your first $10,000. Next, let's talk about trimming the fat. And no, I don't mean going on a diet, although that might not be a bad idea either. What I'm talking about here is cutting down on unnecessary expenses. You know, those little things that add up over time and leave you wondering where all your money went. Let's start with dining out. Sure, it's convenient and often delicious, but it's also expensive. Why not try cooking at home more often? It's not only cheaper, but it's also healthier and can be a fun activity to do alone or with loved ones. Plus, there are tons of free resources online to help you get started if you're not quite a master chef yet. Next, take a look at your subscriptions. How many streaming services are you paying for that you barely use? Or what about that gym membership that's been collecting dust? It's time to evaluate what's really necessary and cancel those unused subscriptions. You'd be surprised at how much you can save each month by doing this. Shopping sales for essentials is another great way to cut corners. Instead of buying items at full price, wait until they go on sale. This requires a bit of planning and patience, but the savings can be substantial. And remember, just because something is on sale doesn't mean you need to buy it. Stick to your list. Reducing our expenses isn't always easy. It requires discipline and sometimes sacrifice. But the truth is, if we want to save our first $10,000 in the new year, we need to live within our means. That might mean giving up a few luxuries, but it's all in service of a greater goal. So let's start trimming the fat, shall we? let's start making smarter decisions about our money. Let's stop spending on things we don't need and start investing in our future. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how much you earn, but how much you save. Remember, every dollar saved is a step closer to your goal. Now that we've cut back, let's look at tools that can help us save. First off, high-yield savings accounts. These are not your regular savings accounts. Think of them as supercharged versions. They offer higher interest rates, meaning your money grows at a faster rate. While traditional savings accounts give you a paltry interest rate, high-yield accounts can give you around 25 times more. It's like getting a raise, but for your savings. Then, let's talk about automatic transfers. This is a simple yet effective tool. It's about outsmarting yourself. You schedule a specific amount of money to be transferred from your checking account into your savings account every month. It's like having a disciplined personal assistant who always remembers to save for you. It takes the decision-making out of the equation, and before you know it, saving has become a part of your routine. Now, on to budgeting apps. In the digital age, there's an app for everything, and budgeting is no exception. Apps like Mint, You Need a Budget, or Pocket Guard can help you track your spending, set budgets, and even give you helpful insights into your spending habits. It's like having a personal finance advisor in your pocket. These apps can sync with your bank accounts and credit cards, giving you a real-time view of your finances. They also allow you to set saving goals and remind you to stay on track. Lastly, let's not forget about investment tools. Apps like Acorns or Stash make investing simple and accessible, even if you're a beginner. They allow you to invest your spare change by rounding up your purchases to the nearest dollar and investing the difference. It's a painless way to start investing and grow your savings. In essence, saving is about making your money work for you. It's about taking control and being proactive about your financial future. With the right tools in hand and a clear plan in mind, you can make saving second nature. It's not about depriving yourself, but rather about empowering yourself. With the right tools, saving becomes a breeze. Want to supercharge your savings? Consider earning some extra cash. This is where the power of supplemental income comes to play. Let's think about it. You have your regular job, your steady paycheck, but imagine if there was another stream of income trickling into your savings. It's like a turbo boost for your savings plan. Now there's a myriad of ways to earn this extra cash, and it doesn't have to be a second full-time job. It could be a simple side hustle, a few hours a week doing something you love. Maybe you're a whiz with the camera. Why not offer freelance photography services? Or perhaps you're a fitness enthusiast. Consider teaching a few fitness classes on the side. You could even turn your hobby into a small online business. Whatever it is, the key is to find something that suits you and your lifestyle. It's amazing how much faster you can reach your goal with a little extra income. So, we've covered a lot today. Let's quickly recap. We started off by acknowledging the $10,000 question and explored the importance of creating a detailed savings plan. This isn't just about stashing away money, but about being mindful of your spending habits and making strategic choices. Next, we delved into the art of cutting corners. We discovered how reducing unnecessary expenses and making small lifestyle adjustments can lead to big savings over time. Our journey then took us to the realm of saving tools. We learned about the power of automated savings, high-interest accounts, and investing platforms that can help grow your money faster. Finally, we touched on the concept of supplemental income. We discussed how leveraging your skills and passions to earn a little extra can significantly boost your savings. And there you have it, your roadmap to saving your first $10,000. Now go forth and start saving.